Ladies and gentlemen, the 50th governor of the great state of Tennessee, Bill Lee.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. What a night. What a special night this is for me and for Maria. Being the governor of this state has been the honor of my life. And I want to thank you and the people of Tennessee for giving me and Maria the opportunity to serve again. Thank you. You know, in a republic, the people decide what happens by choosing leaders whose ideas they like the best. And tonight, and evidently all across the country, the people have spoken clearly. And we are expecting to win by a large margin. And that makes me feel good, that while that feels good, it's important. Because what it means is that our ideas have resonated with people from one end of the state to the other. The people are trusting us to improve the economy. They're trusting us to fight crime. They're trusting us to have safe schools and schools that are successful. And we better not disappoint them. And we won't disappoint them over the next 4 years. Before I want to get into all of that I want to say tonight, I will say this. Political people cringe when I say this. And when I decided to, or was thinking about running a few years ago, the political expert said to me, you know, you can't win a campaign without running negative ads. And I just have to say that our positive-only campaigns are now 2-0. So maybe others should think about it. And I hope that others will do the same across this country. Our country could use it. Thank you for your vote and for your confidence. And to those who did not vote for me, I want people to know that I take it very seriously, the responsibility that I have to be the governor for all of Tennessee. Because we all do want the same thing. I've said 100 times before. People want a good job and a good school for their kid and a safe neighborhood. And I wake up every day thinking about that. We've gotten a whole lot done in the last 4 years, but I decided to run again because I think we have a lot more work to do. And I thank you for giving me the chance. You know, our economy remains very strong in this state. In spite of the national headwinds that have made it more difficult for Tennessee businesses and Tennessee families to be successful. But we have the leading economy of all states in America, and we've done so with the lowest tax burden on our citizens of any state in America. We've expanded our workforce. 75,000 jobs have been added since we came into office. We are at the lowest unemployment rate in our state's history. We have lowered the number of rural distressed counties from 15 to 10, and we're not done. We brought more vocational and technical and agricultural education into our schools, and all of these things equate to one thing, and that is more opportunity for all of Tennesseans. I'm very proud of the fact that we have made historic investments in our public education system, and we have passed teacher pay raises every year since we've been here. I'm also proud of the fact that we have given more school choices for parents who want something a little different for their kid. And I'll remind you for the next 4 years and to remind people all across this state that those two ideas are not in conflict with each other. We can fund public schools and provide alternative opportunities for children at the same time if we are committed to funding students and not systems. And as I watch these elections across the country, politicians from all stripes all across this country, if they learn one thing from this election, it's this: you pay a steep political price if you don't pay attention to parents. And in this state, we have paid attention to parents and will continue to pay attention to parents going forward. We're also going to keep fighting crime while many cities, especially violent crime, while many cities in our country and states across this country have debated in the last couple of years whether to even fund their police departments. In Tennessee, we've made a commitment to law enforcement. Tennessee has invested $100 million in local law enforcement agencies. We have doubled down on officer recruitment and training so that we can really fight crime at its source, and it's starting to pay off. We have state troopers and patrol officers from all over the country coming into this state because they understand that we are committed and that we have their back. And I think about our priorities over the next 4 years. I want us to talk about one other thing. We have got to tackle the issue of infrastructure. I hear about this every day, whether it's at a political event, a campaign event, or at a meeting in my office or sitting around your dinner table. I bet you talk about the fact that there is too much congestion, too much traffic, and too many potholes. We are simply not building enough and maintaining enough roads in this state to keep up with the incredible growth that's happening from one end of the state to the other. And it's not just a big city problem, it affects everyone. Because investing in solving big city congestion drains funding away from rural communities. This is a problem that we are studying, and we're looking at ideas on how to solve this problem. You're going to be hearing a lot more about that starting tomorrow even. But I'll tell you this, we have a very strong budget in this state, and I commit to you that we will diligently work, tirelessly work, to figure out a way to invest in our roads and bridges in this state without raising your taxes and without going into debt. So I won't continue to talk about what we're going to do because tonight is really about celebrating. Thank you for being here with us to celebrate. It's about celebrating. It's about thanking people. First, I want to thank my campaign staff. You know who you are, each one of you. You worked relentlessly over the past months. County captains, field staff, our volunteers, if you wrote a check to this campaign, if you put out a yard sign, if you came here tonight or came to an event, you made it look easy for us to win this campaign, but I know it wasn't easy. So to all of you who worked so hard on this campaign, and especially my campaign staff, I want to say thank you. I also want to thank someone else. You all know that my wife, Maria, has been battling cancer for the last several months. And it's been tough, but she's tougher. And you also know that she is a first lady who has really worked to serve Tennesseans all over this state in some of our most distressed areas, and she loves what she does. In the last few months, she hasn't been able to do it because she hasn't been able to be out and about. And we were actually concerned she wasn't going to be able to be here tonight, but she couldn't stay home. So if you would please welcome my wife and our first lady.
all so much. Actually taller than I thought behind this thing. That's kind of nice. Must be the 4-inch heels. This campaign obviously has been a little bit different in a lot of regards than it was 4 years ago. I certainly have not been a part of it for most of it. But I'm really, really glad to be able to be here tonight, and even more glad to see all of you here celebrating with us tonight. Thank you so much. So many of you standing here and so many across the state have been standing in the gap for me and lifting up prayers on my behalf. And for that, I just wanted to say thank you. Truly grateful. I definitely have been overwhelmed and very humbled by all the phone calls, texts, cards, gifts that I've received. But even more than those, I've just been so grateful and deeply touched for the many, many prayers that have been said on my behalf and for Bill. And God is answering your prayers. Be encouraged. He is answering them, and I'm doing well. And for that, I'm truly grateful. His kindness has been great and very evident in this journey so far. And cancer, there's nothing really good about cancer at all, but there are some things in it that have come out of it that are good. And one thing for me is that it's just shown me what I am grateful for and has made that even more pronounced in my life. And so grateful for all of you here tonight and for the people who have supported us the last 4 years and especially in the last few months. I'm so grateful to my team who has carried on the Tennessee Serves initiative without me and without skipping a beat. So grateful to my family and friends who have rallied around me in so many ways I can't even count. I'm grateful to the Lord for the goodness and mercy that He's shown me so far on this journey. And I'm especially grateful to this guy right here for his love and support and for just walking beside me from the very beginning on this road I'm on. So very grateful. So sweet. Great to see you tonight. Thank you.
4 years ago, isn't she remarkable? 4 years ago, I said that I believed that Tennessee could lead the country. And I think that we are. Thousands of people are flocking to this state because Tennessee reminds them that America hasn't lost her way. I was campaigning with some folks in East Tennessee this week, and I had a fella come up to me and shake my hand, and he said something that was very telling. He said, I just moved my family from New York to Tennessee, and I have to tell you, I feel like I've moved back to America. Tennessee makes people feel that way. Tennesseans make people feel that way. Tennessee makes people feel that way because of the people that live in this state, and I think that we always will. Thank you for who you are and for what you are, for what you have made this great state, for how you have made Tennessee a beacon to America. We have much to be thankful for. We have much to do going forward, and I commit to you that we will do that. May the Lord continue to grant His great favor on the state of Tennessee. Thank you and good night. Thank you.